Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Temperatures continue to fall across the region, and so does snow in some places. Lexington just got a coating this morning, but it's getting some more snow this afternoon. You're looking at Triangle Park in downtown Lexington, where temperatures are in the teens. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, who's tracking the snow and colder air on this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Chris?
Yeah, Jennifer, the camera you were just showing is from downtown Lexington. It had a little sunshine. Look at the live cam here at the station with Hamburg Pavilion somewhere in the distance. We are getting under one of those blinding snow squalls now. Here's the interstate traffic. That will put down enough snow to cause reduced visibilities and slick spots here on the east side of town. Gusty winds. You can actually, well, somewhere in there you can see Old Glory flapping in the wind. So with the snow, 13 degrees, and it feels like it is 3 below zero, courtesy of a wind that is gusting to 24 miles per hour. The even colder air is to our northwest, and it is working in across the Ohio River in a matter of hours. Wind chill numbers -3 Lexington into Richmond, 4 below in Jackson, 6 below already into northern Kentucky. That is just brutally cold, and we're going to continue to add to that with a wind chill advisory that is out through Thursday morning. Here's the cold blast that we're talking about this evening. Snow showers will gradually taper off across eastern Kentucky. Temperatures fall into the single digits, though it will feel like it is 10 below zero. And at times tonight, with a gusty wind, it may feel closer to 10 to perhaps as low as 20 below zero. Actual thermometer readings tomorrow morning will range from 5 above to 5 below. No matter where you fall in that category, that's just brutal. Tomorrow, winds not as strong. High temperatures reach the mid to the upper teens into the afternoon. Snow showers still showing up on Live First Alert Defender. All of this coming in on a strong northwesterly wind flow. You often see that around here, and it's one of those wind flows, and the snowflakes don't have a lot of moisture with them, so all of them aren't going to show up on radars across the land. Where you actually see the snow showing up on radar, Jennifer, that's where we're getting in on some blinding bands that can still cause some quick 1/2 to 1 inch amounts in localized areas as we go through the next couple of hours. So to call this a brutal wintry day, probably an understatement, and it gets a lot colder. We'll track the wind chills with the hour-by-hour forecast when I come back in about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Chris. And with temperatures dropping, many communities are working on ways to keep people safe. Lexington has now activated its emergency weather plan. WKYT's Mark Barber tells us what that means in our top story at 4.
The Hope Center says the beds here at their emergency shelter are already full, but because they expect to see even more people looking for a warm bed tonight, they are now opening their overflow shelters. There aren't enough beds for everyone in the emergency shelter on West Loudoun, so they are setting up beds in nearby churches. The center housed an extra 35 people last night, and as temperatures continue to drop, they expect to see another 25 people tonight. Many of the 8 emergency shelters and warming centers across the city are also full. The Catholic Action Center says they are opening their building at 5th and Chestnut Street as an overnight warming center because the community inn on Winchester Road is at capacity. Because the city's emergency weather plan has been activated, shelter hours have been extended, and Lextran is offering free rides to homeless shelters for those without transportation. Louis Frazier says he and many others depend on these shelters to survive the bitter cold.
I don't think they could really make it without this Hope Center being open. They're saving lives and saving people too.
The emergency shelter here at the Hope Center is open year-round, but many of the emergency shelters that are operating on extended city hours will be open through Friday. City leaders say if the cold weather extends through the weekend, they will consider extending those shelter hours even further. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
For a list of the emergency shelters and where they are, just visit our website, WKYT.com. It's always a tough call for school systems trying to decide whether to call off classes. Fayette County school officials tell us when winter weather is forecasted, drivers hit the roads from 2:30 a.m. until 5 or 6 a.m. They make a decision about school based on road conditions and whether it's safe enough for buses to get around. More than 10 school districts have already called off classes for tomorrow. You can see the list of closings at the bottom of the screen. As the cold temperatures move through the bluegrass, stay with WKYT for continuing coverage. You can find the latest forecast along with any closings, delays, and cold weather information on WKYT.com. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Jennifer, good afternoon to you. A woman charged in a deadly shooting in Winchester is back in court this afternoon. A preliminary hearing just wrapped up for Lillian Barnett. She's charged with complicity to commit murder in the death of Amber Caudle. Police say the 19-year-old died 2 days before Christmas after she was hit by a stray bullet fired during a home invasion in the apartment above hers. Lamont Wilkerson, Aaron Staley, and Christopher Robinson are all charged with murder. The judge did waive the case against Barnett to the grand jury. We'll have new information in this investigation coming up on WKYT News at 5 and 6. A Kentucky traffic stop in Frankfort. Kentucky State Police told us that Brandon Smith, a Republican from Hazard, was arrested around 9 on Village Drive. After pulling Smith over, a trooper suspected the senator had been drinking. Police say Smith refused a breathalyzer. We'll have more on his charges coming up on WKYT News at 5 and 6. And investigators have identified the young man killed in a southern Kentucky crash. The Whitley County coroner says 18-year-old Cody Satterfield of Williamsburg was the only person in the car when he crashed into a tree last night on Tackett Creek Road. Satterfield was a member of the Junior ROTC. You'll hear from a sergeant of the Junior ROTC coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Amber. Now to a story making headlines around the world at 4. A terrorist attack in Paris, France has left 12 people dead, including journalists and 2 police officers. At least 11 people are injured. It happened at the offices of a French satirical magazine. Sunlan Sarfati has the latest on the investigation.
Here in the streets of Paris, with the threat level raised to the highest level and a massive manhunt underway. At least 2 gunmen are still at large, seen here in this video taken Wednesday of the attack. Investigators are now painstakingly going through the video frame by frame. Sources say close attention is being paid to this moment when a gunman appears to raise his finger in the air, possibly signaling to another car or person. Other clues: the gunmen appear to have military training, are well organized, and shout, "We have avenged the prophet" in French. Police now have what they believe is the getaway car. Forensic investigators will run DNA tests on the car, looking for soil signatures, which could suggest where the gunman came from.
We need to find the actors of this terrorist act. They must be arrested and brought before judges and condemned as quickly as possible.
In the Oval Office, President Obama today condemned the killings and stated the United States' support for France.
For us to see the kind of cowardly, evil attacks that took place today, I think reinforces once again why it's so important for us to stand in solidarity with them.
U.S. counterterrorism agencies are now helping in the investigation, looking at a number of groups, including ISIS and al-Qaeda, who might be responsible. In Washington, I'm Sunlan Sarfati.
Investigators say the 2 police officers killed include one who was assigned to protect a cartoonist at the magazine who had death threats against him.